This is the knockoff, oversized version of the Transformers Age of Extinction Hound. It's, I think, in the leader class or supreme, not supreme, just something bigger than the leader class scale. And it's a product by a company called KBB or Ku Bian Bao. And here is the packaging. It's got alloy parts, meaning there's die cast pieces in it. And here's the nice looking packaging in there. It's Ku Bian Bao. Okay, and there's an external box just to protect the whole toy. They really do take care of their products. And as you can see, this thing is massive. I can't even begin to think about how I'm going to display this thing. It's 13 inches, I think, or 14 inches. I still haven't gotten around to getting a ruler, but it is huge. Look at that. It is obviously the KO, the knockoff version that they enlarged of the Voyager class Age of Extinction Hound. This one, you know what? I love this figure, but compared to this guy, it looks like a deluxe class figure. As you can see, this one bigger than a leader class. Speaking of leader class figures, here is the remove this guy, but here is a leader class Optimus Prime figure, and as you can see, this is about 10 inches tall, and he's what, 12-13 inches tall. And look at that, look at the size disparity. He should be like an ultra, not an ultra class or a Titan class, not a Titan class, but a Supreme class, maybe something bigger than a leader class. So they got everything right. They got every single detail. They even put the this is new. This is like from a third party. They copied the cigar that turns into like a bomb or a missile. It is removable. The set comes with another one just in case you lose it. And the main difference, as you can see, is they've gotten rid of the fist guards, as you can see here with the original version. And they've put it here. It's a nice little device or a nice little gimmick that they've had. They've put some bars on it. These are articulated. These are articulated bars that it falls on the back, and it folds nicely at the back and just fills up that whole space right there. So it's a nice improvement of the mold. So it could fall as an unregistered third party, perhaps, because there's a difference in mold. It's not an exact copy, but it is technically a knockoff. It also comes with the most annoying bit of plastic. It comes with a knockoff version of the Dr. Wu vest, and this thing is just impossible to just assemble and stay together. This thing just flops off, and this thing you can just throw away. I'm sorry, Braun. Sorry, Hound. This thing is just worth nothing. It's not worth anything. You can just throw this away. I don't understand why they were gonna make something. It's nice, soft, rubbery PVC, but it's just annoying. It just won't stay together. I hate it. That thing really brought this whole set. If there's anything bad about the set, it's that. But you know, it's not that all of a deal breaker. So they did copy everything, even the gun, but this one is a lot more hollow. There's a lot more hollow pieces than this one. It does the same thing. Let me get rid of Hal. You've already seen a lot of this guy, so suffice to say, he is like more than double the size of this guy. We'll put him away here. So everything is plastic except, let me show you except this piece right here, this central piece right here, not that piece, this piece. This is die cast. This is the only die. As you can see, it shines differently. It's painted differently compared to the plastic. Everything's plastic, including the feet and the waist assembly, but this front cab, this is die cast, which is awesome. He's just so, it makes it very heavy and hefty. It transforms almost the same way except for these two, as with the Voyager class Hound. Sorry, I knocked down the camera. But everything's the same. The articulation is a little bit different. This has ratcheting joints. Interesting. I can imagine that's a nice touch. The ratcheting joints, because they imagine this is a big piece. This one is a little bit loose. The rivet is loose on this one. That's fine. Doesn't really matter. This one is tight. He's got some waist swivels. He still has those pistols, albeit it's more hollow than the original. He has these two feet or holstered pistols on his feet. I'm not going to remove that. No, I'll show it to you. But they did the same thing. So yeah, you can keep it there in alt mode. So it's exactly the same thing. He still has the shotguns. The difference being it cannot plug in off to the side. But it does fold nicely. So it is everything the same. They even have this knife. The knife is a little bit loose. You can still hold it, but it doesn't. I have no place. It doesn't clip onto this piece, this part as well. So. They didn't get that right, but everything is the same. It's a wonderful, wonderful replica. This is something that I wouldn't recommend you play with this. You can give it to your kids, but you gotta tell them to take good care of it. It is a knockoff. Not sure how many pieces do break off easily, but as you can see, the shoulders already begun to buckle. I think it's more of a display piece. It would be nice as a display piece on your collection, and then the original would be the play piece, the one you play with and transform here and there. So very, very nice articulation for the feet. I forgot to mention ratcheting joints here and there. It's got swivels. It's got the rocker joint. So relatively same articulation. The only difference of the sculpt is really the head and this one. This one, wish they could have painted it green as well, but they did it gray for some reason. But it's a nice sculpt. Okay, you don't need to take off the cigar when you transform. So very, very nice. The Dr. Wu would have worked nice if it would have stayed together, but I can't even show you because I can't put it on. It's just stupid. Okay, so great robot mode. Let's transform him. Okay, where do we begin? Put this down. These, we need to tab them in. Oh, it's gonna take, like that. And I found it was a much difficult transformation. Maybe because it was bigger, but I thought it was much difficult to squeeze in those parts. The Voyager class was a little bit difficult because of the clearance issues, but this one I thought was a little bit difficult also because of the scale. And yeah, but it does transform the same way. If you know how to transform the original Hound, you'll have no trouble doing this. Okay. And here's where it gets crazy. Once you've gotten the feet together, I suggest you don't stick everything together at once, because everything is just gonna fall into place. So make sure these line up. And again, look at those very, very small tabs. I think they're gonna break off after you transform this several times. I felt like I was gonna break them. And there. So it's just a matter of, it's a very simple transformation. Hasbro had made these products, these Age of Extinction, very, very simple to transform. And if you transform the original Brawn, these were supposed to be in the hand. That would make it easier. But now what you have to do is you'll need to slide. No, they don't. It's not going to close if you put the ammo like that. It has to stay like that. And you have to slide that panel right there. Just like that. Same with this one. You have to slide it in like that. And the arms sort of, they just stay there. And then you just tab the feet together, or the legs together. And it's just a matter of folding the puzzle pieces, or the panels together. See, that wasn't so bad. And then, well, it's not closing because the arms need to be folded properly, like that. Alright, there we go. Oshkosh starting to take shape. Oh! And I broke it. Really? Yep. Man. I was doing so well. I broke that tab. So, yeah. And there it is. There you see it, folks. No editing. It just broke off. I don't think I'll be super gluing that anytime soon. It doesn't affect the way the panel closes anyway. I mean, there's a bit of a gap, but it's a KO. So, everything seems to be tight. Okay. And if you do it properly, it should roll. It's not rolling. Maybe no, it's not these. It's just the clearance of these and these. Feet, I suppose. Okay. It should roll. But it's not. Well, it's sort of rolling. Okay. And then the weapons, they fold the same way. And they store the same way. Well, sort of the same way. These will stay here. In the original Hound, I put the knife here, but it just won't stay anywhere. So, honestly, don't know what to do with that. These stay here. I suppose this will stay here. And there you go. There is the Kubian Bao oversized knockoff Age of Extinction Hound, Voyager Hound in alt mode. And it's huge. It's heavy. It's front heavy. This one is heavy. And just to give you a size comparison, some appreciation. This is the Voyager class Evasion Mode Optimus Prime. And it looks like a deluxe class figure, as you can see. This looks like, again, a Supreme class figure, or a Titan class figure, not a Titan. Just, it's huge compared to this one. So, there you go, folks. I'm honestly very, very pleased with it. This one was just the awful thing. You know what? Wei Jiang, I think, is still the best at what they do. This one, because of the loose parts and that god-awful KO for the Doctor Wu accessory, will get a 9.5 out of 10 for me. Solid 9 over 10. 9 out of 10 for me. Do I recommend it? Well, the original, I think if you're happy with the original, you can stay with the original. But if you want a bigger hound to display on your shelf, probably a more scale accurate one, and if you're just gonna display it and not really play with it, then sure, I'd recommend it. And you know, it costs less than half what you pay for. No, I'm sorry, it costs, yes, just slightly over half of what you pay for this one. Maybe not slightly, maybe 2/3 the cost of this one. That's the amount we paid for that. And I have my good buddy Jay to thank for that. He's the one who's been getting me all these, hooking me up with all these really awesome KOs. You've seen my reviews of the MPP10s and all the Weijang products, and this is just amazing. Thanks, Jay. He's really come through for me. I don't know where he finds these things, but I'm glad he does. So there you go, folks. Hope you've enjoyed this little video review of the knockoff version, oversized knockoff version of the Age of Extinction Voyager class Hound by Ku Bian Bao. There you go. Thanks for watching.